So, and as you saw there, I screamed out cheater, and just I'm not saying he is a cheater. Just everything about it, just at the time, seemed quite suspicious to me. The whole timing aspect, because there's a lot of things that can go with this game that can get you killed that you just don't understand. Call outs from cameras, people seeing you from a different angle. It's just the thing, like I said here earlier, is just the timing seemed suspicious about it all. I said there was smoke, I wasn't seen. He shot just the moment he could have to hit my head. Like I said, there's sometimes things that just happen to where it happens that I've done before in other games where it's just you can just shoot and get a lucky headshot. That's happened before. It's been seen in many other game plays of this game where people just shoot once just to shoot somewhere and get a lucky headshot. It is a possibility. I'm not saying, like you said, he is a cheater. I just felt so greatly that he was at the time because just the timing itself, as I would say again, it was quite suspicious. Because if I was being shot at a little sooner and I just moved into the spray, if it's hard to say what could happen there. It just seemed quite suspicious to me. Of course, I would call out if it was cheating, he'd probably have to be a hacker cheater. God damn, what is going on with my goatee here? Why is it? Sorry. I need to shave it a bit. But, yes, I've called cheating hacks before. And, sorry, that's my phone. I can't turn that off sometimes. I don't understand this phone. Like with iPhone, I can easily just click it and boom, it stops the noise. But whatever. Moving on. Away from what I was ranting about. Yes, cheating on here. There's different types of cheating on different aspects, and the only way to cheat here right now in this game, most likely in that way, would be hacking. Now, people have said, of course, people can hack on the Xbox One. And I've asked them, well, what is your proof of this? And they said, well, I haven't seen it. Well, you may have not seen it blatantly. It doesn't mean that people are hacking because it is stated in the aspects of the law, as I would state here in the game. Lack of evidence isn't evidence itself. Now, I would, of course, have that argue against me in the same way. Of course, I would understand and respect that because, I don't have any evidence of hacking. I have the lack of evidence. I can't speak there. The lack of evidence of hacking. But just because people haven't seen it blatantly happen yet, or it's not as noticeable in ways of more and more people doing it kind of thing, but just in such ways, when a situation like this happened, it just seems so hard to see that as a lucky thing. That's why, again, in my argument of this game is one-shot headshot things, I think is a disability to the game. It is not an improvement. It is not a good thing. It is an annoyance that needs to be removed. They need to take that one-shot headshot thing out and remove it in a replacement of a more high damaging area. It should take half to more off on a single hit to your head. And usually, if you shoot somebody in the head, you get more than one shot off to it. That's why the one-shot headshot thing I think is stupid. Because a lot of people usually only hit it because they're spraying and praying and getting a lucky hit, At least on the console aspects. But, yeah, I find it, the whole one-shot headshot thing, an annoyance and a disability to the game. Because so much of it is worked against to it to be considered a high point in the game, to be a good thing. Because it's, with the high damaging aspects, the very little recoil in a lot of these games, the hit registration working half the time, and just a lot of times it seems it's working against you. Times where it's the peaker's advantage, or it's where I'm not sure if it's still a thing because it kind of feels that way. What was rampant, at least last season, was they could shoot your head where it was. They didn't have to actually hit your head. They could shoot you a second after you moved, boom, and your head gets hit. But, they didn't even hit your head. It's just, I think the one-shot headshot thing with how many issues there are with this game working against it, and the whole, it not being much even a skillful thing to get. With all the, guns being not having the same aspects of recoil as you would in a game like CSGO. I know a lot of people will, argue the whole aspects of realistic, being that, it's the one and I feel the only thing anymore that in this game is, realistic. I mean, they have a lot of shit that's going on there that's unrealistic, I assure you. Because I feel as, a game can only be good with realistic aspects if they go 100% or not at all. Because without it being 100%, then it's not really, realistic. The only thing in there that's close to it is that one-shot headshot thing, and there's so much that works against it. If you want it to be a skillful thing to get a hit on the head, I feel, they need to change up a lot of the aspects of recoil, Like it would be in CSGO, if you shoot, point blank, your shot's not going to hit forward, it's going to hit like up and to the right. Even the first one might, but usually it's such a skillful thing to try to do, Whereas a lot of times I've either gotten a kill or died from, spraying and praying around the head area and getting a lucky hit. Yes, you're aiming there, which is somewhat of a skill, but it's not the major aspects of skill. The major aspects would be holding the recoil to an area in which you would continue to stay there. Whereas there's not that much recoil. It's like, whereas in, CSGO, it's like, it's all around real quick. Whereas in here, it's just and people would say, well, it's realistic in all aspects, and these are special forces. Well, fucking CSGO has counter-terrorist operatives. Why the fuck aren't they more accurate than the terrorist? Where the fuck is that realistic shit then? It has to do with the aspects of a game. You have to have a balance to the game. And in this game, there's so much shit that works against it to have a fucking balance. I feel that until they have a good balance with this game, they need to remove the one-shot headshot shit. Period. And make it to a higher damaging output. Because there's just so much shit that works against it. It's just so many times I could have probably won a gunfight if it wasn't a thing. If it was more of a higher damage output, then it was just an instant thing. Because it's just, there's very little skill to it with how much everything works in this game, it seems. There's only a small bit, and that's just, aiming at that area, Or he's aiming to it, as you probably will see in one of my clips later on in this week. It was me versus a fuse, and I'm just using a pistol, and I quickly move over to him with a pistol shot and got him. But, if that thing didn't work if the game didn't work the way it did with a one-shot headshot, he would have had the, better outcome than me, which would be, more of an understanding. I got lucky there with that headshot. I just flicked, boom, pulled the trigger, and got a lucky hit. It was somewhat skillful, but in the end it was luck, I feel. But yeah, that's all I want to talk about, at least with this thing of ranting with Wolverine being back. It just, I want that fucking one-shot headshot thing removed. Period. I say again, it feels like a disability to the game. I don't feel like it's an improvement. I feel as it's a step back. It's a slap in the face, I find. But I hope you were informed, and I hope you were entertained, and I hope you have a rock'em sock'em day. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comments section below. Peace!